talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. My love, it makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's walking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be a friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And four, man, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, it seems as though everything has been a challenge for them this season. And now they find themselves way down there in second to last place in the East. Closing out the season now, Kenny, a topic that's always under debate. How important is momentum heading into the playoffs?
Well, younger teams, it helps their confidence. You know, and veteran teams, sometimes they can just turn it on when it matters.
This is what I call basketball math. Some clubs choose health over momentum, but all other things being equal, momentum matters. It's like E equals MC squared.
That's what I was
almost
like,
exactly like that.
Yeah, and the Pythagorean theory.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
So A equals C.
No, A is greater than C.
C is greater than A.
That might be true.
I didn't think there was going to be math. Here's Kevin Harlan.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You look at the Cavaliers. In second to last place in the East, nothing's come easy for them this season.
And you know they want to win this game, not only for a redemption after losing the first time they met up, but also to be in a situation where they can still win the season series.
Of course, we know for a few chosen individuals, the best of the best, this is the last leg now in the race for the MVP.
That is correct, Kevin. There's been a narrative that's built all season, but sometimes the way you close out a season can ultimately decide the vote because it's the last thing in the minds of the voters. You've piled up your stats, you've tried to win as many games as possible, but a finishing kick is so important in this race.
And these players know it, don't they? I mean, they say, oh, I'm not paying attention to it, but really, I mean, come on. They're human. Of course they are, right?
They're paying attention, no doubt.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the 3. And Sexton over to help. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
Magic ball.
Augustine looking around. Knocks it loose. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Love. Here's Sexton. Yep, it counts.
You know, another reason Sexton gives opponents nightmares. Almost impossible to stick with him in the open court.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. Dave, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge tonight defensively and going up against a team that can really execute. He said those guys make the most of every possession. They cut to the basket, move the ball well. We have to make them take difficult, contested shots to give ourselves the best chance to win. We know how hard that is to accomplish, Kevin. Back to you.
Great job, David. So they know how dangerous this team can be if they get on a roll.
And that means contesting every single shot. It's going to take a lot of effort on D, but they can't give up those easy baskets.
I think it has to be a physical, aggressive brand of defense. And if that means giving them a few extra trips to the line, I think they can live with that.
And here's Sexton. After Aaron Gordon was able to get the triple. Sexton's shot is good.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Off the left rim and out.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
A nice shot by Knight.
Are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. For Cleveland, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Sexton's shot is good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
For Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Augustine passes to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Cavaliers have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Love. Sexton's got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Augustine. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Doubled by Knight. Pass to Isaac for the 3. And it's Osman with the rebound. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Osman's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
Passes to Fournier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Knight. And this last offseason, one that every Cleveland fan dreaded. LeBron hitting free agency. And Doris, they were right to be worried.
And now the challenge for the Cavs organization is replacing a player of LeBron's magnitude. This is a group that still has talent, but it certainly has to think about rebuilding. It was an incredible second stint for LeBron in Cleveland, but the Cavs will surely be a whole new team without him.
And that one falls for Fournier. Probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
With this break in the action, let's find out which rookies have been lighting it up from downtown this month. 5th, Colin Sexton.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range, and over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
The Magic trail by 11. Pass to Vucevic. Shot from 12. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's good, 2 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Vucevic down low. Here's Isaac. Misses the 3. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. It's stolen by Vucevic. Now Augustine still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Isaac misses. Here's Osman. Vucevic defending. And it's Osman missing.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one. How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Gordon with no one around. Nice open look, but it's no good. Cleveland leading by 11. Here's Sexton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Now here is Augustine. No points in the game yet for him. Gordon up on top. Vucevic dishes to Augustine. Here's Gordon. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Gordon's got 7 points in the game. And the pass to Zizic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Back to Augustine from the arc. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kevin Love might not put up the same numbers Dorsey once did in Minnesota, but he is just as deadly a player.
And Kevin, he told us specifically that he can hang his hat on the number of straight finals he has gone to. And listen, he has become more and more comfortable in Cleveland and a consistent star presence for this team. You know, guys, when you think about Kevin Love, you have to think about all of the attributes he gives you on the offensive end. He's a knockdown shooter, can hit from anywhere on the floor. but he still knows how to go body to body inside and get an easy bucket, and all of that is critical to what they do.
The Cavaliers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him.
So Kevin Love is 6'10", 251 pounds. He's a double-double threat on a nightly basis. He can stretch the floor from distance. He can score it from virtually anywhere. What more could you ask?
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Nancy's checked in for Zizic. David Mwaba comes in for Jetty Osman. Clarkson, he's checked in for Knight. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Sexton. Both free throws good from Love.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Chance to check out the stats for Dellavedova. How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 5 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Yep, that one goes.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Magic trail by 18. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Cross on the wing. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Orlando also making some changes. Owundu's checked in, and it's Jaron Grant in for Augustine. Cavaliers on D. It's an 18-point game.
My goodness, the vertical of Terrence Ross is special.
Here's Clarkson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
He doesn't get the second one.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Lets it go from 14. The rebound by Iwundu. The Magic trail by 13. To the right side. Vucevic finds Grant. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And it's Iwundu missing. Chris with it. Vucevic on him. That's good from Chris on the assist from Dellavedova. And the Cavaliers lead by 15. Grant the pass to Vucevic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Vucevic has got 8 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Count that one from Nwaba.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Ross kicks to Iwundu. Pass to Grant, trying his luck deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Here's Nwaba, and he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
And that's the right pass, Kevin. Chris has been working on his decision-making, and it pays off.
Grant outside. Now here's Vucevic, coming off a solid outing against Indiana.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Yeah, bottom line, more boards means more possessions, and that's how you build a lead.
The Magic trail by 17. And stolen by Chris. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Chris has got his second basket of the night.
That's a nice, smooth shooting stroke. One of the things that separates Chris from other super athletes is his size.
And that one, good. And that's 10 points for Vucevic.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And oh, here we go with Ross. Nobody back. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Clarkson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Stolen by Clarkson. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Well, Orlando shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Boy, there's no question Vucevic has got offensive skill. When he gets to his spots, he is so effective.
Here's Chris. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Chris has got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Nikola Vucevic has done a great job of improving, Doris, his playmaking ability as a center.
And it's the way the league is moving. More and more centers are acting like playmakers. Vucevic, one of them. This guy has upped his assist average in each of the last 5 years. Incredible.
Cleveland leading by 20. His first shot coming late, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Ross. 23 points for him the last game against Indiana.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
17 seconds left in the first quarter. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Well, this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket. Contact or not, Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
That one goes in.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Pistons. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Grant. And it's a 1-2 in at the small forward spot. 6 on the shot clock. Grant outside. Three-pointer on the way. Nance gets the rebound. Nance has got his 5th rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
This is what you want from Marquise Chris, right? Battling inside, challenge the defense. Nice work. I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Here's Mwaba. Banked in off the glass. Mwaba's got 8 points. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Grant finds Ross. At the elbow, Vucevic. Gordon trying to break loose. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Ross. Ross has got 3 assists in the game. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, Larry Nance, because of the athleticism and the burst off his feet, is incredible on the interior. Look out.
The Cavaliers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Clarkson. It's blocked. Grant surveying the D. Magic moving the ball around. And it's Gordon finishing it off. Doris, you were a point guard in your playing days. What qualities did you look for in a backcourt mate, someone to play off you?
Well, I would say they were similar to what I looked for in all of my teammates. Certainly you wanted players who were 3-tool players, somebody who could put the ball on the floor, use their dribble well, somebody who could pass well, who could identify, okay, next player is open, I need to make this pass. And then the competitive attributes, Kevin. How hard did you play on a night-by-night basis? Did you prioritize winning over individual success? All the qualities I think you look for in a backcourt mate are what you would look for in any teammate.
Offensive rebound. Vucevic add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Well, we know this about Nikola Vucevic, right? He's always been a reliable option on the offensive end. He's at his best when he's sort of balancing that inside and outside game. This guy a year ago focused on posting up and getting better looks close to the basket.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Isaacs checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. And as talented as Vucevic is on offense, detractors will always question Doris his defense.
Well, I think, Kevin, there's no secret here that his defense is not as strong as his offense. But from a purely statistical standpoint, his team is much better with him on the floor.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks.
Right now, penetrating the defense, Knight getting to wherever he wants and with ease.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Fournier gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And it's Love penetrating over Gordon. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Well, there's the mid-range game of Kevin Love on point. Boy, you give him a little daylight, he's going to make that shot.
Knocked loose and stolen by Love. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Good.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Knight. Knight's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. They get it again. Vucevic uses the glass to finish the layup. Vucevic has got 24.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
And Sexton slams it in.
Well, that shows a sign of maturity, guys. Everyone expecting Knight to try and score it. Instead, he finds the open man.
Here's Grant. Outside Fournier. 3-pointer. Grant. That's good. Grant's got 5 now. The Cavaliers on offense. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Rebounding requires boxing out, toughness, and energy. None of that was displayed.
Vucevic.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Sexton with it. Working on Grant. Sexton's shot is good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Grant kicks to Fournier. Grant outside. Now here's Vucevic. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. And here is Grant. He has 5.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Love with the bucket.
And instead of just trying to draw the foul, Love maintains his focus despite some stiff defense. Great hands, great body control, allowing him to get it done.
And the dunk by Love.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover
leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end. I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
To the inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Shoots from the baseline. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
That's tipped. Grant kicks to Fournier. Puts up a three. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break, and Sexton slams it in.
Not a guy to gamble for steals, but Knight nabs that one, then makes a good decision jump-starting the fast break.
Grant, right side. Fournier for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Steve Clifford takes over here in Orlando, and of course he is known for his frankness and his disciplined approach to the game. You think about Clifford's teams, they rarely make unforced errors and are some of the best at minimizing their own mistakes.
Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Sexton. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
That falls. Great assist by Love. 25 points for Colin Sexton.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
The fadeaway. Cavaliers with the rebound. Zizic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Osman. And that one is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
Grant outside. There's Gordon with the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
The shot's good from Love.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Over in the corner, Isaac. And that one hits back iron.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Puts up a three. And it's Zizic with the rebound.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And that one drops. Osman's got 6.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
And here's Gordon from outside. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Jaren Grant.
And he's just good at forcing the issue. Love seeing Sexton stay aggressive and just get under the D's skin.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Free throw good, Sexton. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics. And the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. Well, Orlando shooting it quite well, 52% from the field in the second quarter. Kept alive.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Clarkson. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
Here's Ross. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Ross has got 8 points.
When the mid-range is working for Terrence Ross, he's going to create problems. It's just a matter of can he do it consistently, Kev. I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
58 seconds left now here in the second. That's tipped out in his own on the break. All alone, finishes the break with a slam.
Costly there. Just a loss of focus leads to the ball going the other way.
Well, he simply wasn't paying attention. Coughed it up. Got to be more assertive and strong with the basketball.
Here is Augustine. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Gordon. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 6 assists now in the game. Cavaliers shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Basket good. 29 points for Colin Sexton.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now Augustine. Passes it to Gordon. Over Nance. Hits the front of the rim and out. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Cleveland ahead, opening up a huge gap. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
How about this? A major upset brewing. Welcome to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was Colin Sexton who got hot in the first. He had 29 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
The guy in college was one of only 3 players on the court in a game that they almost won. Colin Sexton. This is a guy who shows no fear. This is a guy who dares you to foul him. He can score in a multitude of ways. And if he ever gains real consistency, watch out.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The forwards are Osman and Love. Sexton is out there with Brandon Knight, and it's Zizic in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Larry Drew.
When someone has it going like Kevin Love, it's your responsibility as a teammate to continue to find him. Nice job by all involved.
And Fournier kicks to Vucevic to the inside, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
This guy's pulling his weight tonight. The guys around him need to pick up the slack and start following his lead.
Here's Love. That one goes in. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Gordon. Shot from the inbound, and it's denied. And he's able to get it back.
It's a problem trying to deal with the athleticism of Aaron Gordon. You've got to be more careful as a defender.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Aaron Gordon. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
To me, Aaron Gordon has all the tools you'd want from a player on the rise. Very good establishing chemistry with his teammates, and all the necessary attributes are there to take a big jump.
Gordon hits both of them.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so Knight will bring it up for the Cavaliers. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And stolen by Fournier.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The Magic shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
1 shot.
The free throw drops for Augustine.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling.
And Kevin, what you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious.
To the middle, and stolen by Love. Here's Knight, and Knight slams it in.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Fournier for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Augustine passes to Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, that's power and focus of Nikola Vucevic. Hit him, slap him, doesn't make a difference.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
76% on the season from the foul line.
1 shot.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
Here's Augustine. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Well, at 6'7", Fournier shows some hops, the impressive vertical to finish that dunk.
And the dunk by Love.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
Augustine with it. Outside Fournier. Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. And Fournier kicks to Isaac. Another shot. And Gordon with the lay-in. Good. Gordon's got 29 in the game.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Love trying to break loose. And it's Osman missing.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
And it's Vucevic missing. The Cavaliers have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Love. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Isaac. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
And Love gets it to go. 28 points for him.
Well, you like to see Kevin Love operate from there. Yes, he can shoot the three, but he's also a dangerous interior scorer.
Pass to Augustine. Orlando with a fresh 24. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Shooting one.
That's his third personal foul.
The Magic shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the Cavaliers call time here. A different look now for Cleveland. Marquise Chris comes in for Ante Zizic. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Sexton.
One shot.
You know, early on, Jonathan Isaac has drawn some comparisons to Kevin Durant. This is a long, athletic, multi-talented forward. He's got tremendous potential.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Now Cleveland moving it up. And Love throws it down.
Oh, guys, Kevin Love with the power finish there.
With the pass.
Now here is Augustine. To the paint, here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And Love throws it down.
Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
Magic have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
The very definition of a high percentage shot. Aaron Gordon, throw it down.
And the dunk by Love.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Gordon for 3. And that's collected by Love. Love's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
And such focus on these difficult finishes. Chris showing tremendous will fighting through the defense.
Inside, Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Yep, that one goes in there. That's 36 points for Love.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Now the pass to Vucevic. The feed to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
That's good from Chris on the assist from Dellavedova. Chris has got 4 points this quarter.
And you just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I tell you, he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it. He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
That one good for 2.
What an incredible night for Marquise Chris. If he can learn to score like this on a regular basis, look out.
Jumps up, and Chris throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And Chris throws it down.
How exciting is this kid? One of the more athletic front court players you'll find in the NBA. Marquise Chris doing work.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Augustine dishes to Vucevic, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
Here's Gordon. Tries again, and it's Vucevic missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Fournier finds Gordon. Back to Fournier. 6 to shoot. Gordon the pass to Vucevic. That shot off the mark. So it's the Cavaliers now. What you notice immediately with Marquise Chris, he is a high-level athlete.
Right, Kev. This guy is a big-time athlete who entered the league pretty raw skill-wise. But to me, there is so much of a ceiling here. If he can learn to shoot it and put it on the deck, look out. What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
For Cleveland, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Chris. David Mwaba comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Brandon Knight. Orlando also making some changes. Owundu's checked in, and Terrence Ross is subbed in for Fournier. That one misses for Love. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Feeds to Grant. Makes it off the glass. Grant's got 10 points.
The creative force behind these points is Terrence Ross. This guy keeps his head up, puts the pass right where it needs to be.
Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Wallace with it, now guarded by Vucevic. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Love's got 42 in the game. And the Magic shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Grant kicks to Ross. Wide open. And he gets the jumper to drop. 10 points for him.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Basket counts.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Now, here's Grant. Defended by Dellavedova. A one-do. That's good.
That's not a bad plan of action right there, guys. Attack the defense in the paint.
Stolen by Grant.
2 minutes left.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Isaac. He kicks it to Vucevic. The Cavaliers pull it in. And here's Clarkson. He's got 11. Got that one up quick.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Pass to Isaac. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. To the paint. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Isaac's got 8 points here in this quarter.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Dellavedova. And the shot no good, a bit short. Well, Orlando shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. No good from Grant.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Nwaba kicks to Love. Ross grabs the board.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Grant finds Vucevic. That one's not going to go. Nance with some nice D. Here's Clarkson. It's blocked. Grant outside. Ross in the corner. There's the triple. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Nwaba's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dellavedova, that's good.
Well, second chance points can come from extreme effort on the offensive glass. Case in point there.
Stolen by Dellavedova. To the middle. Clarkson against Ross. Shot's good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 15.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly. The defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Kevin Love has been leading the charge for Cleveland. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Terrence Ross, and it's a one-do in at the small forward. Well, so often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Chalk up 2 there.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Clarkson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
So it's Orlando now. Here is Ross, and Ross with the slam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. The shot's good from Nance.
Just not much you can do when he gets the ball that close to the bucket. It's lights out.
Kicks to Ross. This one for 3. They grab their own miss and finished off by Martin.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
He's so very quick to convert off the miss, and usually with authority.
Frazier, he's checked in for Orlando. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. A 1-2. Can't hit that one. Nance with some nice D. Here's Mwaba. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
For Cleveland, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Wasted no time on that one.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
You know, Greg, what a luxury to have a guy with size who can make that shot. 4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart, can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
And the Cavaliers call time here. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night-in, night-out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Martin. Lays it up off the glass. Martin's got 6 in the quarter.
I'll tell you, when he gets in that deep, there simply has to be some help defensively. The size mismatch is just too great there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to a 1-2. Orlando moving the ball around.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
With the pass.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. To the paint. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. The shot's good from Zizic.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And it's Frazier with the ball for the Orlando Magic. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. The shot's good from Zizic. Zizic has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
In the corner, it's Martin. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
You know, that's inside-out basketball. Just pass out of the post to set up the jumper.
Frazier kicks to Birch. To the wing right side. Here's Clarkson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Clarkson's got 21 in the game.
Well, Jordan Clarkson can be a little bit streaky at times, but right now this guy is on fire.
Frazier the pass to Awandu. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, how about the steal off great anticipation by Clarkson, then the kick ahead. Perfectly done.
And so here's Orlando. The pass to Birch. Defended by Dellavedova. Pass to Awandu. They need this, and it's Martin missing.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Doors with a more punitive luxury tax, draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value. I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause for the Cavalier girls.
Birch has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. But the league taking steps, Doris, to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
That free throw, good from Dellavedova. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Shoots a 3. That one's not going to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Orlando's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. That one falls.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
It's stolen by Martin. And they're pushing it up. Banked in off the glass.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Yes, intercepted the ball in stride. Turnovers like this are devastating to the opposition.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Jefferson's shot is off.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Here's Stauskas. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Magic shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Martin kicks to Frazier. Lots of room. Second chance shot. Stolen by Dellavedova. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And again, it's Cleveland.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Defended by Dellavedova. Passes it to Martin. From the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Martin's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Martin wide open. He fires, and that one hits back iron. Cleveland with the ball. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Magic. Birch has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Doris, last summer we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
And the first one drops. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Knight's checked in. And the Magic making a change here as well. Jaron Grant, he's checked in for Frazier. And he makes both free throws. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Jefferson and the dunk by Jefferson.
Didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Guys, not a pure point guard, but Knight continues to evolve as a setup man.
Now Grant. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Outside Martin. From beyond the arc, Wassengame pulls it in. Brent's gotten just 2 of his 7 attempts from deep to fall here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Guys, a lot of people don't know that Marquise Chris, his first love was actually football. This guy had tremendous promise as a tight end, defensive end, safety, you name it.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That's good from Chris. And when you think about possibilities, Chris would be an unbelievable red zone threat.
Well, if he were playing football, he'd probably have to be a tight end, right? And that was always the problem. This is why Chris switched to basketball, partly because that's what he's built for, right? He's tall, he's long, he's fluid, and his strength is more basketball-type strength.
No good on the second free throw. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and done?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor leagues straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
And Chris throws it down hard.
How about 6'10" with a 38-inch vertical? You do the math. That's a heck of a play by Marquise Chris.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Knight for 3. Rebound by the Magic.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Love.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Pass to Awandu. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Shoots. Waba gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Awandu. That's good. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Timeout, Cleveland.
They lead. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. A nice shot by Knight.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Grant outside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Chris. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kevin, you guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
You know, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.